What is good, YouTube? What is good, YouTube? It is your girl, Fantasy Football Girls Advice, coming at you with week 9. Is this week 9? Week 9 of football, man. We are almost to the playoffs. We are almost to the Super Bowl. But you know what starts on Monday? Ding, 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 ding. College basketball. So no worries about that. Your girl's got you covered, even though she might be going a little psycho for her Hoosiers. Anyways, let's talk about my Hoosiers. All we got to do, if we don't lose 2 games, I could care less about Michigan and Ohio State. As long as we don't lose to Purdue, who half of my family graduated from, I am good. Indiana is set and going into the playoffs. Let's get back to this week 9 start set video. Let's see if I can get this on. Here we go. Bears versus Cardinals. I got the Cardinals. DeAndre Swift is a start for me. Cardinals allow the 4th most fantasy football points to running backs. He's a low risk. As my pin falls out. DJ Moore. It's a low risk. But we're just hoping that Caleb Williams can do something magical, you know? Colts versus Vikings. Of course, I got the Colts. TB chillin'. Check out his page. TB chillin'. Don't be hiding from me like you did with your Titans. Colts, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor is a mid-risk. Let's see. Vikings are a good team versus a run. Every touch they had to include the backfield last week. Aaron Jones was the one getting all of them. Not like 90% of the touches, so start him. My Colts sucks on defense. You can throw against the Vikings. Joe Flacco, yeah. Colts allow the 3rd most rushing yards to running backs. Vikings pass defense sucks. Flacco will start. Josh Downs is a flex. So, I would kind of, man, just my Colts offense is just sucky right now. Jordan Addison is a sit for me. Texans versus Jets. The Jets won. I got the Ravens over the Broncos, but I do have Bo Nix. Javonte Williams is a high risk, high volume, easy to throw on the Ravens more than it is to run on them. Ravens allow the most fantasy football points to outside receivers. So, Zay Flowers is a must start. Dante Johnson is a, yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on here. Cortland Sutton, I'm sorry. Cortland Sutton is a 51.5 receiving yards on underdogs. And most of his routes are on the outside, so I'd definitely start him. Mark Andrews is a mid-risk. Golly. He was not supposed to suck this much this year. Browns allow the 5th most fantasy points of wide receivers. Broncos tight end Adam Troutman. I go ahead and start him. Bo Nix is a low risk no matter how you look at it, they're throwing a ton. Lamar Jackson, you're going to start. Chargers versus Browns. DK Dobbs is a flex, high risk. Lab McConkey is a start. Justin Herbert is a mid-risk. Jerry Jeudy, the only wide receiver the Browns have, is a flex, but he is a high risk. Cedric Tillman is a flex with a lot of upside. Jameis Winston is a mid-risk. Will Dissly is a mid-risk. David Njoku, I would definitely start. Nick Chubb is a high-risk flex. He's getting some of that rust off, so he's getting a little bit better. I got the Commanders over the Giants. Jalen Daniels is on fire. He's a lot better than C.J. Stroud was last year. Giants suck versus mobile quarterbacks. Brian Robinson is a mid-risk because, you know, he's got a mobile quarterback and he's got a quarterback that can pass. Terry McLaurin is a start. Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, he has a decent floor. And I think that the Commanders' defense is going to be triple, double, quadruple, triple teaming Malik Neighbors. So you're on your own for that one. As I said in my injury report on my video, which you guys should check out, Tyrone Tracy is out. Zach Ertz is a mid-risk. Austin Eckler is a sit for me. Cowboys versus Atlanta. This shit is hilarious. The soap opera that's going through Dallas right now is freaking hilarious. And Jerry Jones, you deserve all of it. You're a mean, evil person. Cowgirls versus Atlanta. I got Atlanta. Rico Dawes and CeeDee Lamb are pretty much and Jaden Tolbert are pretty much the only people I would start if you have them on your league. Bijan Robertson. Cowgirls allow the third most fantasy points to running backs and the second most rushing touchdowns to running backs. Miami defense sucks. Oh, that's Miami though. Never mind. Jake Ferguson is low risk. As I said, Jalen Tolbert. Darnell Mooney is a high risk, but he's a flex. And then we'll go Bills versus Dolphins. And as I was about to say, up here in this mess, Miami's defense sucks. Devon Achane is a start. Raheem Mostert is a high risk, but he is a flex. Dalton Kincaid is a mid-risk. Josh Allen. Miami allows the fewest fantasy points to quarterback. He's a mid-risk. Khalil Shakur leading the team in targets, so he's a flex for me. Amari Cooper, he should be a lot better, so don't worry about him just yet. Pats versus Titans. I hope the Patriots win because the Titans suck balls. Raheem Stevenson is a 68.5 rushing yards on underdog. DeMarco Douglas, Sid. Tony Pollard is kind of banged up. Calvin Ridley, pass allowed the 8th most receiving yards to wide receivers, but Calvin Ridley is a little bit banged up. Drake May is going to play. Hunter Henry is a high risk, and L'Jarius Sneed, the only defensive player for the Titans that's great, is out. Injuries, man. Gotta love them. Let's go Raiders versus Bengals. Bengals are favored, but they've been sucking ass. Madison is a mid-risk. This is a decent matchup to flex. So I have a flex Madison. Chase Brown is a start. 57.5 yards on underdogs if you do betting. Jacoby Meyer. Never really liked him, but he's a high risk. T. Higgins is a low risk, so I start him. Brock Bowers, you're going to start him anyways. Bengals allow the 6th most passing touchdowns to quarterback, but it's Gardner Minshew. Who's he going to throw to? You can't make this stuff up, people. Saints versus Panthers. Alvin Kamara is a low risk. Start him. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is a mid to high risk. Panthers allow the most fantasy points and rushing yards and the second most rushing touchdowns to running back, but will they be stacking the box because the Panthers can't throw? Chris Olave is a start. No competition for targets. David Carr, we're gonna hope he starts. Xavier Legette is flex, but he's a big play dependent right receiver. Jags versus Eagles. I got the Eagles. You're automatically going to start Barkley. Check on the injury report for Brian Thomas Jr. because basically that's how all the Jags have to throw to. Travis Etienne, he will play. No Christian Kirk. Brian Thomas is injured. It's going to be a long day for the Jags. Lions versus Packers. I could care less about this game. I hope both of them lose or end in a tie. Josh Jacobs is a mid-risk, but I would start him. I'd start him. Gibbs start. Montgomery start. Jaden Reed start. Christian Watson, he always gets hurt. Jordan Love is supposed to play. Romeo Doubs is a flex. Will this be a high-scoring game? That's the kind of issue that you're going to have with Josh Jacobs. You know, if it's a high-scoring game, Packers are going to want to throw more. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a start. Rams versus Seattle. Rams allow the most rushing yards to running backs. Kyrie Williams is a start. Tyler Lockett, I think he's still banged up, but make sure you check that injury report. But he's a sit for me. Zach Charbonnet is only a handcuff. Noah Fant. Seattle needs to look his way a little bit more. Cooper Kupp. Puka Nacua might be out of this game. And so might DK Metcalf. So, Matt Stafford is a low risk. But let's go to the Monday night football game between the Bucs and Chiefs. Rashid White, Bucky Irvin, Tank Bigsby, just a whole committee of a backfield, which I have said about the Bucs backfield in a couple videos ago. Chiefs allow the second most receiving yards and the third most fantasy points to tight ends. So Cade Otton is a start. Jalen McMillan is a sit. Baker Mayfield is a mid-risk because Kansas City's defense has been stepping up, y'all. DeAndre Hopkins is a flex. Xavier Worthy is a start for me. And that is all for start sit for week 9. Hopefully your team wins unless they're against the Bears and the Colts. Hopefully nobody gets seriously injured in any of these games. I pray for no injuries, but this is a sports and it's a violent sport, so please like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, which is Girls Advice and Views of Fantasy Football. Peace.